Fishermen are some of the most superstitious people I know. While everyone has their own ideas of what might make their day of fishing lucky or unlucky, many fishermen have developed some bizarre habits. Hey there, Fishizens! Welcome back to Go Fishing Now, your number one source on the internet for daily fishing videos. Today, we're going to be counting down the top 20 craziest fishing superstitions that people make a point to do or avoid every time they go fishing. Let's test our luck and see what we can do to catch more fish. Number 20. No bananas. Every fisherman knows that you never bring a banana on board, but did you know many fishermen are even stricter on this rule? So sorry to our simian friends. Many charters will not allow this fruit, even in a smoothie, as an actual rule before taking paying customers on a fishing trip. Oftentimes, Banana Boat sunscreen and Banana Republic clothing will also be banned from coming onto the ship. Some people even go as far as to say you shouldn't even wear Fruit of the Loom underwear. So how did this superstition get started? Many believe the banana rule started over 300 years ago when boats transporting bananas had to travel quickly so the fruit would not go bad. This gave the fishermen on the boat a hard time catching fish because the vessel was moving too quickly. Other fishing lore cites the fact that bananas on these boats could possibly kill crew members if they fermented and produced lethal doses of methane gas. I guess you could also just slip and fall on a stray banana peel if you're not careful. Number 19. Always step on the boat with your right foot. Put your best foot forward. In this case, your right foot. Many fishermen consider stepping onto a boat with your left foot to be bad luck. They believe that this action will impact the number of fish caught that day. Many will often ensure others on their boats follow suit and step onto the boat with their right foot only. Number 18. The lucky fishing hat. If you're planning on having a successful fishing day, it's important to make sure weather is optimal. Oftentimes, this means you'll be out in the sun. So it's probably a good idea to wear a hat. If you fish often enough, you'll likely develop a preference of hats as you felt you caught more fish on the day you wore that hat. This hat will gradually make its way into your regular wardrobe on fishing days more and more frequently until it becomes the only hat you'd ever wear while fishing. If you get a good look at any angler's lucky fishing hat, it's probably well worn and well loved because of how much use it gets. No matter how worn out his hat gets, you're not going to convince any fisherman to replace their lucky fishing hat. And you'd better make sure you never wash it. The smell attracts the fish. Number 17. No redheads allowed. It's hard to say if any fishermen still believe in the superstition and abide by it. I suppose they could do so subtly and just avoid making friends with anyone with red hair, but that does seem a bit extreme. While this superstition has turned into more of a funny thing to say to a redhead before they board your ship, it used to be quite real back when redheads were actually associated with Vikings. This superstition was a common idea circulating back when Gilligan's Island was still on air. Many superstitious viewers actually blamed Ginger for the entire boat crash and incidents to follow because of her red locks. Number 16. Never rename your boat. This is a common superstition that most fishermen will abide by at all costs. After your boat is named and christened, that's it, you're stuck with that name. This superstition supposedly originated because fishermen and sailors believed that once a boat has been christened with a particular name, she took on a life of her own and changing the name would anger and confuse the boat. Some have cited a strict denaming ceremony as an option if a name change is 100% unavoidable. So, does a boat named after your now ex-wife count as 100% necessary to change? Fair point. Number 15. Never whistle on a boat. Like many of the superstitions on our list, this one appears to have multiple explanations as to why people abide by this rule. Oftentimes, experienced fishermen will tell you that whistling will bring bad weather or make it worse if the weather already is looking choppy. A surefire way to whistle up a storm. Others say that this will scare away the fish in a similar fashion to how a cat call may cause a woman to want to run away. Number 14. Hearing owl hoots during daylight are good luck for catfishing. While this one is oddly specific, it is pretty commonly believed by those who regularly fish for catfish. So if you hear an owl at any time during the day, I'd reach for your fishing pole and head out on the lake ASAP. Number 13. Don't bring your fishing rod into the house before a trip. This is a big no-no. According to popular superstition, you must never bring your fishing pole into the house the morning of a fishing trip for any reason. If you do this, you supposedly won't catch any fish all day. But wait, what if that's where I keep my rod and reel? Do I have to carry it outside the night before? How particular is this rule? Curious. Number 12. Playing guitar or fiddle. Music lovers, this one's for you. Playing the guitar or fiddle on board a fishing vessel is considered to be good luck by many. Legend has it that fish enjoy this type of music and will come to the surface to get a better listen. Looks like those childhood guitar lessons could pay off after all. Number 11. Never swear while fishing. Sailors are so notorious for foul language that the phrase cursing like a sailor is actually a pretty common idiom. The same is not true for some fishermen who will avoid cursing at all costs while fishing. This is believed to scare away the fish. The superstition also carries with it other words that should be avoided, including drown or goodbye, as those could bring about negative outcomes. Believe it or not, many fishermen avoid mentioning the word rabbit at any cost due to a problem that used to exist back when boats were primarily wooden. Apparently, rabbits were known to chew through the hull, causing problems later. Aw man, does this mean I can't bring my lucky rabbit's foot either? Number 10. Black cats are good luck on a ship. Unlike common lore related to black cats anywhere else, they're actually considered good luck on boats. Way back in history, cats were kept on boats to manage rodent and vermin population. Rats would be known to destroy parts of the boat and eat food meant for sailors. Cats soon became known as good luck charms when it came to survival and fishing, and fishermen on board became particularly superstitious about the good luck black cats could bring along. We're halfway through our countdown and man, have we got some bizarre superstitions already. If you think these are crazy, you won't believe what is left to come and what we have in store for the number 1 pick. Let us know in the comments if you are a superstitious fisher and what superstitions you always follow. Alright, back to the countdown. Number 9. Pay the lady. This phrase refers to throwing money into the body of water you plan on fishing in that day. This fishing superstition has a number of variations. Some fishermen throw silver dollars into the water before their first cast, while others throw any type of change into the water. Some throw a very specific dollar amount into the water before they start fishing. This will not be the same for everyone, but it will be the same each and every time that particular fisherman goes fishing. Lastly, some fishermen claim to have good luck when they use a dollar bill as bait for their first cast of the day. These fishermen will literally attach a dollar to their line and cast out. Even if they lose the dollar, they are supposedly going to have good luck fishing for the day. This superstition started long ago as a way to thank sea spirits for their generosity. A not so bad way of paying your dues. Number 8. Spit on your bait. You heard that right. A popular superstition requires the fishermen to spit on their bait into the water or even on their own boat. Everyone has their own ideas as to how this might help catch fish. While many of the superstitions on this list are quite quirky, many fishermen swear this actually attracts more fish by scent or movement and is not just good luck. Number 7. No good mornings. Many fishermen will avoid hearing or saying the phrase good morning at any cost before they head out for a day of fishing. To ensure this, they likely will come off as rude to others who do not share the superstition, as they will keep their head down, avoid eye contact, and not speak to anyone as they're loading up their boat. Some fishermen adhere to this rule so strictly that they'll actually just pack up and go home if they hear as much as a single good morning. I hope they don't catch a grumpy fish. Number 6. Never bring a suitcase on board. Like other superstitions on our list, this one is quite specific. Many fishermen will go a step further and specifically ban black suitcases. Other types of bags are okay. Duffel bags, garbage bags, and Ziploc bags are all fine. But you will actually be asked to remove your belongings out of a suitcase and just keep them in a pile before many fishermen will let you on their ship with a suitcase. It was even rumored that a camera crew that was to film the deadliest catch was not aware of this rule until they were attempting to board the boat. They had to put all of their belongings, including expensive camera equipment, into garbage bags before they were allowed on the ship. So don't think about stowing away on a fishing boat when you run away. Number 5. Always christen a new boat. This is a biggie and it's recognized all over the world for all types of boats, from the smallest fishing vessel to the biggest cruise ships. All boats must be christened by breaking or pouring a bottle of wine or champagne over the bow prior to the maiden voyage. Oftentimes, this is to be performed by a woman. Some take it a step further if the boat is named after a particular woman and make sure that she is the one performing the christening. This is an important step to most fishermen, as the boat will be considered to be unlucky if this is not done before the boat sets sail. Number 4. Always release the first fish. Many anglers believe it is bad luck to keep the first fish of the day, and many claim they will release it no matter the size or type of fish. Other fishermen make a point not to eat anything the morning of a fishing trip until the first fish has been caught. This could make for a long day if you accidentally brought your fishing pole inside the house that morning. Number 3. Don't switch fishing rods or sides of boat. On fishing expeditions, there are often several rods in the water at once to maximize the possibility of catching fish. Superstitions come into play once fish start being caught. Fishermen will often stick to the same rod once they've started catching fish, dubbing it their lucky rod. Similarly, fishermen can get superstitious about the side of the boat from which they fish. Once they've found success on a certain side, you can bet they'll likely be fishing from that side the rest of the day. Number 2. Bad days for fishing. Did you know there are well-established days that are simply bad luck for fishing that are pretty much universally accepted? The first ones are pretty straightforward: Thursday and Friday. The bad luck surrounding Thursdays originated because Thursday is the day of Thor. Thor is the thunder god and is thought to bring bad weather to fishing trips. Believe it or not, Friday is an unlucky day to fish because Jesus was crucified on a Friday. In similar religious-based superstitions, you should not go fishing on the first Monday in April nor the second Monday in August. We've made it to our last superstition, and this one is even more peculiar than the others on our list. Do you have any fishing superstitions that aren't on our list? Let us know in the comments and make sure you leave us a like if you enjoyed the video. Now for our final fishing superstition. Number 1. No priests on board. You heard me right. There is a common belief that clergymen on boats are bad luck since they are often associated with funerals and death. The most superstitious of fishermen will avoid those who hold a religious position as guests on their boat. In a similar thought process, flowers are also considered bad luck on boats and will often not be allowed due to their association with funerals. If sighted, flowers will quickly be thrown overboard. Although let's hope they don't throw the priest overboard. That could make for an awkward conversation come Sunday. There you have it, the 20 craziest superstitions that fishermen believe in. How superstitious are you when it comes to fishing? Do you do any of the things on our list? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, or we'll hide a banana in your tackle box. See you next time on Go Fishing Now!